Today, I'm riding Amtrak to Yosemite for one single night of peace and relaxation. My plan is ambitious. Ride a bike share to Amtrak, catch the train and make my connection, pick up my backpacking permit, hike the grueling Yosemite Falls Trail, and somehow enjoy all that this beautiful national park has to offer. But here's the problem. I've got fewer than 24 hours in the park, and that's just not enough time for my crazy list of goals. My ride home leaves at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and I absolutely can't miss it. To make matters worse, the US government just shut down, and I have no idea what that means for Amtrak and Yosemite. It looks closed, but we're about to find out. I'm expecting some other issues, but we'll cross those bridges when we get there. Wish me luck. I love Yosemite, I just love getting outside, but this trip might be pushing the boundaries of what's actually enjoyable. But if it works out, maybe we should all be taking more 24-hour trips. It is a beautiful morning here in Oakland. I am currently riding the Bay Wheels bike share around the outside of Lake Merritt to the Jack London Amtrak station. It's about 7:15 right now. My train leaves at 7:36, so we've got a little less than 20 minutes. Plenty of time. This is it right here on the left. Well, we've made it to the train station, Jack London Square. My train should be here any minute, and at least for now, there's nothing to stress about. This portion of the journey should be smooth sailing. Morning, how you doing?
Thank you.
The first part of this train ride will forever be one of my favorites on Amtrak. Let me show you why. As we head north out of Oakland and through Berkeley, we're treated to views of this, the San Francisco Bay. The date is October 9th. And this summer fog that blankets the bay every morning, it won't be around much longer. These snack stations are super nice. Kind of a shame that there aren't cafe cars on the trains, but at least you got something. I'm not super worried about it because our connection point has what I'm told is a great restaurant. Turning inland, and these are the views that make Amtrak worth it. The fog lifts, the bay narrows, and there really just aren't any words that I know of to do this place justice. Rest assured, the views when we get to Yosemite will be even more spectacular.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now boarding Amtrak 710.
Martinez, California. We're now heading east towards the Sierra Nevada mountains and Yosemite. The inland portion of this journey is beautiful in its own right. In about 2 hours, we'll be at our transfer station, and that's when things get interesting. I'll see you when we get there.
If Merced is your stop, please gather all of your belongings and prepare to exit the train.
Welcome to Merced. We're about 20-30 minutes late, but that's okay. Haven't eaten anything today, so I am pretty hungry. And good news, I heard there's a fantastic pizza place right downtown. It's 11 a.m. right now, which means we have a little bit over an hour to get some pizza and get on this connection. Just a short 15-minute walk into town, so perfect timing. Uh-oh. Little oven pizza, that's it behind me. Unfortunately, it doesn't open for 20 minutes, so now we are going to be cutting it a bit close. In the meantime, this is downtown Merced. One of the many things I've been criticized for in the comment section is complimenting this place. It's got its pros and cons, no doubt about that, but at least this area is lovely. All right, let's get pizza. Can I do a cheese, a Balboa, and a Pepsi for you, please? Thank you. The last time I was in Yosemite, somebody told me that they were there because of me, which was really cool. Even cooler, he told me there was this amazing pizza place in Merced called Little Oven, and I'm glad he did. That place was delicious. We've got just enough time to get back over to the train station and catch our connection, and here it is, Yosemite Area Regional Transport. Yeah, there's no train to Yosemite. You can book this full journey through Amtrak, but the second half is a bus. There are some issues with this system, but that's a problem for the return journey. The other amazing thing about this bus is the view as we go up there. This ride is really something special. The first part of this ride, however, maybe not quite as impressive. These are the tracks that our train from earlier takes towards Bakersfield. But today, we have a different destination. This bus will take us directly to Yosemite Valley, where we have to find a backpacking permit, and then the real trip begins. Before long, the perfectly flat Central Valley gives way to the gently rolling foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains, our first sign that we'll be there soon. But unfortunately, our bus is running behind schedule. And not only are we racing the clock, we're also racing the sun. And perhaps it's that anxiety that caused one poor traveler to spend most of his time on the bus in the bathroom. He'd occasionally emerge to gesture wildly and point at his stomach. Poor guy wasn't exactly enhancing the ambiance. But public transit is for everyone. It doesn't rush when you're in a hurry, and there's nothing you or I can do about it. And why worry? Over there is the Merced River. Now all we have to do is follow the water into Yosemite. Thank you so much. First impression of Yosemite in October during a government shutdown. This is great. Definitely less crowded here than it would be otherwise. The Wilderness Center is right over here. That's where I get my permit, and it looks closed. Oh. Self-registration by the Welcome Center. Okay. Time is not on our side. At least we can still get a permit. We just got to go back this way. Self-registration kiosk. There it is. These are not permits. These are bear reports. Hi, sorry to ask. You stop at the falls, is that right?
Yeah, Lower Falls?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Got some absolutely shocking advice from the junior ranger. Shocking enough that I'm not even going to tell you what it was. Anyway, here's the trailhead. Just 3 or 4 miles until I'm allowed to camp, and 3,000 or 4,000 feet of elevation gain. It's a little after 3:30. We've got 3 hours until sunset. The falls itself is over there. We'll get better views a bit later. Never have I ever gone up this trail, but I have come down it, and even that was tough. I'm on the wrong trail. While I won't tell you exactly what they said, I will share this. Apparently there's been a massive spike in the number of people disregarding the permit system since the shutdown. Don't be like them. This is tough. Oh. Flea-infested squirrel. Nice. Been going for 30 minutes or so. Just about made it to Columbia Rock, which is the first major milestone on this hike. Starting to get a little bit cold and windy. Not sure what that's all about. It certainly wasn't in the forecast. I think this is it. Yeah, that's Half Dome, all right. I actually heard that the people who built this park copied the North Face logo when they designed Half Dome, and I think they did a pretty good job. And somewhere Way up there is where we're going. The time is 4:15, and I think we've probably gone a little less than a third of the way there. I think that means we're doing all right on time. One major advantage of starting this late in the day is I'm not in the sun. That is hugely beneficial. Looks like a little bit more flat and then a lot more up. This is the bear den. No bears, and that's a good thing. Starting to get leg cramps. Obviously that's not good, but we're getting close. I can hear the falls. We must be close. Oh, let's go. This is the top. Yosemite Falls is right there, but it is 5:45, which means we don't have time to look at it today. I was gonna go over there and get water, but we can't camp over there. So I think we just have to continue and hope there's water on the way. Sunset is in 45 minutes or less. I think we have to go about a mile this way before we're allowed to camp. So timing is working out okay. I think the trail should be relatively flat. It is, however, on a slope, which means finding a good campsite could be challenging. Ripped my hat. That sucks. I can hear the creek down there, and I can actually see where some people have camped before, but it is just not legal to camp here. So we gotta go a little bit further. Well, this looks just about perfect. It is a place that's been camped in before, which is important. I can tell that because there's a fire ring right over there. It is well over 100 feet from the trail and over 100 feet from water, which are both requirements. So this is home for the night. It's 6. Normally my rule is set up camp first, but I don't know if I could find this place again if it was dark. So I think I'm gonna go get water and come back as fast as I can. We'll get to that in a moment, but first I want to talk about one of the things I like most about getting outside, and that is the feeling of escape, even if just for a day. And while I've escaped to Yosemite, Incogni, the sponsor of today's video, is helping me escape the threat of online scammers. It seems like every day there's another news story about some major data breach. But what happens to all that data? Well, it's bought and sold by data brokers, and the amount of your personal information that they have access to is staggering. Data brokers can get everything from your name and email address to your bank information and social security number. Sound bad? Well, it is. And that's where Incogni comes in. Thanks to laws like CCPA in the US and GDPR in the EU, you can fight back. Unfortunately, doing this manually would take hundreds of hours, but Incogni automates the process of reaching out to data brokers to delete your personal information. Because if scammers, identity thieves, and other ne'er-do-wells can't buy your information from a data broker, then they can't harm you. So take back control of your personal information with Incogni. Use code AdamExplores at the link in the description to get 60% off an annual plan for you or your whole family. And now, back to Yosemite. It's 6:30, which means we've got 20 minutes or so of light before it's pitch black. I think my top priority is setting up my tent because it's getting cold and I've never done it before. My old tent got absolutely destroyed in a windstorm, and this one just arrived yesterday. It's going okay. I don't think I can hammer this one in. Straight granite under there. Not bad. Well, that had its unique aspects. Pretty much the entire reason I got this tent is because you can pitch the inside and the outside at the same time. Might add some guy lines to the outside a bit later, but we gotta get cooking. All right, for dinner tonight, I've got risotto with chicken. These things are never great, but I am so hungry, so I have a feeling I might enjoy it anyway. It is 7:15 dinner time. It has been what feels like an eternity. In reality, it was more like 15 minutes. Let's give this a shot and see if it's any good. Still a bit soupy, but it is risotto. Doesn't look bad. It's about as good as you'd think it would be. I've heard that there are some newer startup brands making dehydrated backpacking meals that are actually good, and it's hard to believe when you're eating something like this. All right, well, this is awkward, but I think it's growing on me. Final verdict, not great, not terrible. Little Blair Witch project, but it'll do. In the end, I think I would get that chicken with risotto again. I feel kind of bad for disparaging it after just one bite. Anyway, I love ice cream. It's a little cold for normal ice cream, so I've got astronaut ice cream, cookies and cream. This might be the only flavor of astronaut ice cream that I've never had. Yeah, good stuff. I don't know if it's because I'm eating it now or because I really feel this way, but this might be my favorite of all the astronaut ice creams. Well, it's officially nice and cold, but my God, I love this place. It just never gets old coming to Yosemite. Despite the challenges of today, I couldn't really be happier. The stars are incredible already. That's another pro of this place. I mean, it's tough to beat it here. It's getting late and we have an ambitious day for tomorrow. My goal is to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but I'm gonna try. I cannot wait to show you the views from the top of the falls and see how much we can get done in the valley tomorrow. I'll see you then. Good night. Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. right now. Sunrise is at 7 and we're 15 minutes away from the top of the falls. I'd like to be there at sunrise, but I'm not so sure that's gonna happen. Be fine either way. No matter how you look at it, today is gonna be a big day. We have a lot of exciting stuff to get done. Way off in the distance, I can see a headlight. So I think somebody else is headed towards the top of the falls. Certainly a bit warmer inside this tent than it is out there, but that's okay. Time to pack up. Well, that's too bad. First time using it, and it's just the stuff sack, but it is a bit of a bummer. Just like that, it's 6:50. We are pretty far behind schedule, but I think that's gonna be okay. It is nice and bright outside, but the sun doesn't rise for another 10 minutes. I think our chances of getting to the top of the falls by then is pretty much zero, but let's check it out anyway. Everyone loves when I talk about gear, so quick thought on the tent. Overall, I'm a huge fan. The stuff sack fabric breaking was a bummer, of course, but aside from that, feels like a really thoughtfully designed tent. My old tent was a 2-person tent, and somehow this 1-person tent is more spacious than the old one. Oh my God. I'm not typically afraid of heights, but add a rusty bar and it terrifies me. sun's up. That means the hordes are gonna start ascending. Last time I came down this trail, it took me significantly longer than I thought, mostly because there were just so many people coming up. Proper trail etiquette says that anyone coming up gets the right of way. Don't see a lot of people following that on a trail like this, however. Going down is also tough on the legs and joints, so we better get a move on. Here's the game plan in no particular order. Get down this trail, find a new hat, get some souvenirs, get some postcards, send those postcards, go swimming, get some food for the ride home, make my bus, and whatever else we can get up to in the meantime. These are the first two people I've seen all day, but hikers are like deer. Where there's one, there's always more. Well, they were very nice people, and as you can see, the sun's out, it's heating up. There are definitely people hiking. I've seen maybe 20 or so coming up. It's 9:15 right now, so I think we're right on schedule. Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Oh, an old-fashioned camera.
It
Love
is,
it.
yeah. Old-fashioned. Almost 10 o'clock, and now the trail is unbelievably crowded, but we're down, we did it. I guess it pays to go early. It's also surprisingly cold down here. My plan was to go swimming right away. I'm sure I don't smell great, but it's too cold for that, so we're gonna have to reorder things a little bit.
Good pictures this morning?
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Next stop, post office. It's about 30 minutes this way. Still way too cold for swimming. But last time I was here, there was a hat at this store right over here that I, for some reason, decided not to buy. Now that my hat is broken, I'm gonna go buy it. They actually have it here at the Wilderness Center too. It's that blue one on the left. But the Wilderness Center is closed. Exploration Center is also closed. Not sure if it's due to the shutdown or if it's a construction thing. Looks like it could be either. At least I know the Ansel Adams Gallery opens at 10 a.m. and it is after 10 a.m. So let's take a look there. Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Closed. Opening at noon. Well, that's a miss, but there's one more place we can try. Two more places. Forgot about the village store. Well, we are getting tight on time, but we did just kill two birds with one stone. Still too cold to go swimming, but I'm no stranger to a cold plunge, so I think we're just gonna do it anyway. We gotta get moving. First, quick selfie with Half Dome. The nice thing about the rope swing is there's no thinking about it. You're just in there right away, but I guess we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Almost stepped on a giant crayfish. Look at the size of this thing. So cool. Next on the agenda, we're going to lunch. And for lunch, I choose Degnan's Kitchen. I think Degnan's is the quintessential Yosemite restaurant, and that's because it has the trifecta of being a little bit overpriced. The food is just okay, and it's extremely slow. I've been to Degnan's every single time I've been to Yosemite Valley, and I'm glad that I'm going back today. By the way, I don't think I could recommend the post-hike cold plunge more highly. I feel 10 times better now than I did before I got in there. Degnan's is maybe 10, 15 minutes back in this direction, and as soon as we get food, the bus should be here. Maybe I'm hungry, but on reflection, Degnan's is borderline underpriced, delicious, and today, no line at all.
What can I get for you?
Can I do the pastrami on rye, please? Thank you so much. In a moment of poor judgment, I decided to swing back by the village store to get some candy for the fiancé. And this happened. Fortunately, they brought reinforcements to the registers just in time. It's 12:58, bus leaves in 2 minutes, gotta hustle. This is not good. The bus should be here, but it's not. That might mean I missed it. Hope not. I don't think there's another one until tomorrow. Well, this is embarrassing. The bus stops at Curry Village at 1 o'clock. Stops here at 1:10. Won't be here for another 10 minutes. This is the earliest I've ever been to a bus. That's the Ansel Adams Gallery over there. Do we have enough time? 10 minutes? That should be more than enough time. Yosemite without its staff is weird. Their absence is felt, and it's only been a week. But this place is magical no matter how it's managed. In my opinion, it's worth visiting no matter how much time you have or when you get to go. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll like this one too. And hit subscribe if you want to catch the next one. Thanks for watching.